One thing that if there's one word I want you to remember this morning when you learn or know about SVP, it's connection. That's what we're about. We're about 1 + 1 = 3. We're about the whole being greater than the sum of its parts. We're about Margaret Mead and never doubt the power of a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens to change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has. That's what SVP is about. When I say to you SVP is about connection, we're about connection in 3 ways. And just real quick, let me just give you the nuts and bolts of sort of how we work, the blocking and tackling, and then let me describe to you what that connection looks like. So SVP is made up of individuals, you just met those folks that stood up here this morning, that agree to kick in some money, but they also agree to kick in their time and their expertise. And they pool all that together. And then they decide organizations like Community Tampa Bay to make grants to in the community. They're going to now begin to roll up their sleeves with Community Tampa Bay and figure out how can they help that organization become stronger and build its capacity. And they're going to do that not just with money, but with the professional skills and expertise of their partners. What the partners are going to get back from that is they're going to get a great experience in the community. They're going to get more grounded in the issues that Community Tampa Bay works on. And they're going to become stronger and civic and philanthropic leaders. So everything we do is about 2 things: stronger nonprofits in the community and about stronger civic and philanthropic leaders. And ultimately, all that comes together, we hope, to create a stronger and a better Tampa Bay. So that's sort of what we do in a nutshell. So the way that we connect is in 3 ways. 1, the partners that are part of SVP, we connect them to the work in the community, to the cause. So we go beyond your checkbook. What I said with Community Tampa Bay, I don't know what you'll end up doing, but you may have folks in there working on marketing. You may have folks in there working on technology. They'll be working on all kinds of different projects to help that organization get stronger. They will use their human capital, not just their financial capital in the community. So that's the first way we connect. We connect people to the work in the community. The second way we connect is we connect people to each other. You know, sometimes charity, sometimes philanthropy can be this sort of like one-off individual activity. I go to this event, or I go to that activity, or I go to that auction, or I volunteer here, I volunteer there. And what SVP does is create a community of like-minded individuals. I already heard a few people, partners this morning, telling me that's part of what they wanted out of SVP. So they create, and you will find a sense of connection with like-minded people, with peers, and you'll have a community of like-minded people to get to know and learn from each other and work with each other in this community. The last way that we'll connect you, and I really believe this and mean this, is we will help you do a better job if you will let SVP do this, of connecting to yourself, within yourself. We have this expression as a staff, which is, with everybody that joins SVP, we'll meet you where you are, but we won't leave you there. Right? So SVP is a journey. When you feel more connected, you're more fearless. Right? You have a sense of possibility. You believe that more can happen. So connection for us, though, is a means to an end. It's not where the game ends. The end game is we connect so that we can create positive change in a community, and we can create a deeper sense of purpose in some of your lives. We want to create positive change in a community and create a deeper sense of purpose in your lives. To me, sometimes I'm struck by how incredibly different the cultures are. I mean, really, there's just massive differences around the world in culture. And yet, so when I go everywhere, I love to just sort of talk to partners about, why are you a part of this? Why did you join SVP? And I did the same thing in Japan and Korea and China. And at the level of, why do you want to give? Why do you want to help your fellow person? Why do you want to make the world a better place? I could be in Dallas. I could be in Bangalore. I could be in Tokyo. The expression is incredibly common. So that universality, that idea of helping our fellow person, the reason why all of you are sitting here today, because some of you have the jobs that you have, or you do what you do outside of the regular job you've got, is for the same darn reason why somebody in Tokyo or in Toronto wants to do this. The people that we reach obviously are folks that have a desire to give back to their community, want to do it with other people, want to use more than their money. I think the thing that we really do is we reach people when their mind is at a certain point in a certain stage. So you might be 27 and you're ready to sort of like dig more into the community, and you're nowhere close to being ready for an encore career. You might be somebody that just moved into town. You might be somebody that just sold your business. maybe all your kids just went off to college. We tend to really fit people at sort of these segments and these pieces and these parts in their life when they're just ready to dig into the community a little bit more. I just had triplets. That's probably not it. But everybody, everybody's got a few hours to give, and a lot of you, I'm sure, are. And different people sort of have that opening and that awakening in their life at different points in time. And a lot of people join SVP. Some of them, I know when they're ready, and other folks, they just sort of one day, I've been talking to them for 3 years, and one day they show up and I'm ready. Right? It just sort of hits at a point in their life. So yes, we reach some Encore folks, but we also reach lots of other different people at different points in their life. Thank you guys so much.